Welcome to Steps Forward with Ricki, a weekly walking podcast designed to help you take steps forward in your life and your day. Hello, hi, good morning, happy Monday, or guess whatever day this is for you. I feel like we're on the phone right now, and I'm calling to tell you that I'm really sorry for not calling you back. And I'm sorry for being so absent the last couple weeks. And I miss you. And thank you for giving me space. Yeah, that feels like the right way to start this podcast. And I feel like sometimes I forget that this is my journey. Obviously, the podcast is here for me. It's here for you. It is a journey of evolution for both of us. But it's interesting as someone could go through the podcast from episode 1 to where they are now and really go through that journey in real time to see what it's like for somebody to go through all these changes and feel great and then have confusion and then go this and go that. I mean, this is real shit, right? And we all experience it and it's okay. So, hi, I'm back. She's back. We're back, bitches. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, but like we are back. It's really important to understand who you are. And what I mean by that is it's not about knowing what you want to do with your life necessarily. I believe your purpose changes and your thoughts and the things that you want in your life change and what you need. But it's important to understand who you are fundamentally, which can evolve and grow. And here's what I mean by that. I've spent the last 2 months I cannot even. Busy and getting nothing done. Meaning, I've spent the last 2 months running in circles, physically, literally like walking in circles, pacing, and then just sitting at my computer being like, okay, Ricki, send the email, do this, do that. And then I'm like, let me go for a walk really quick. And I'm trying to understand it. You have to understand your patterns. Because if you don't understand them, you cannot work with them. And notice how I didn't say change them, because some patterns don't necessarily need to be changed. They need to be worked at or worked within. For example, I'm ADHD. I'm not sure if you noticed. I think a lot of my listeners are too. Obviously, we gravitate towards each other. I mean, it was one of the reasons I smoked so much. Got to get that dopamine. I don't know that I really understood how much it affected my life, or not my life, my business as an entrepreneur till recently. I've been learning all about perfectionism and dopamine. I mean, I already knew about dopamine, but just the way that entrepreneurs who have ADHD, in the way that it affects their life, like burnout and the dopamine hits from all the things that they're doing, and then they lose momentum, and then they have these little tasks that feel impossible, and they have no systems in place. I mean, these are things that I experience. And it's really can be challenging because I couldn't understand it before. And I understand it now. It's like the momentum I get, and then I'm hyper-focused, and then I don't have systems in place, or maybe I've reached a plateau, or, whatever that comes up. And then it's like, okay, we don't do that anymore, right? You kind of go from 0 to 100. And it's what makes me an incredible entrepreneur, an innovator. It's also what makes me the worst because the tedious shit is not the stuff I like to do. I'm really good at delegating. I'm really good at helping other people do it, creating systems. I'm a visionary, but like sending an email, that's real boring. I don't know if you can relate to that. Like if you think about your life for a second, you think about the patterns in it. And some of them are unhealed, right? Like I'm really good with being like, okay, what's a pattern here? What's a part of who you are? And what's like this unhealed shit you got to work on, right? And to be honest, like, especially with my walking away from weed, I got really burnt out, and which really makes a lot of sense if you like take a step back for a second. You're like, okay, what was the situation? It's like going, creating 6 videos a day, like answering all the comments, like handling all these objections, and then getting all these people into the program, and then doing all this stuff, and boom, 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 with no systems in place and no help. And I didn't stop because I was enjoying it, because I want to help people, because when there's a need, I like to respond to needs. But I wasn't responding to mine. And my need was slow the fuck down. Get help. Get an assistant. Create different things within this program. Build it differently. Restructure it, because the results are amazing in this program. And that's why I took 2 months off the last 2 months. Well, I really was trying to get a lot of shit done. I got nothing done, but that was the reason. It was because I wanted to put systems in place, and we're working on it. And honestly, going live every single month, doing a live program isn't realistic in a business. It's just not. And my inability to slow down put me at a pause where my feet were just like, okay, we're not moving at all. Can you relate to that? Like you're going, and then you keep running into the same pattern. Maybe it's walking away from weed, or your diet, or whatever it is. It's like you're doing, you're doing great, and then boom, you fall off. It's lack of systems, lack of foundation, reaching a plateau. I'm a builder. I don't know if you're into human design or not, but I'm obsessed with human design, like literally obsessed. I'm a 4/6 sacral generator, triple split, which literally means that 3 parts of my body are basically disconnected. No wonder I'm having a hard time doing shit. Plus add the ADHD in there and you're like, what is next? Which means I need a lot of support, a team, help. I'm a great delegator. Like I can be like, yo, do this, please. Or I need you to do this, this, and this, and this is why. I'm a teacher. And then, when I learn about who I am more through experience, and hopefully you're able to do that as well, and then patterns keep reoccurring, you have to zoom out. And you don't have to know exactly why they're reoccurring. I mean, there is a part of me that is like, I know that walking away from weed has the potential to literally transform millions of lives. I already know that. It's so cool. It already has transformed hundreds of lives. If you're listening to this right now and you're not in January's program, get into the program. Like there's only 17 spots left. It's my first live one that I've done in 2 months. It's going to be so incredible. It's the second week of January. There's a split payment option. Do not wait. Do not wait until you're ready. Doesn't matter if you're ready. It just matters that you show up. This program is for anyone between day 0 and day 30. Don't worry, you don't have to get into the program and I'm like, tell me where you are right now. It's not like that. Yeah, of course I want you to walk away from weed, but I'd rather you get the information and educate yourself. And I'm telling you right now, this program has changed a lot of lives, and it will change yours too. Now I'm off track. But my whole point was like, I don't even know what my point was, honestly. I literally just forgot. This is a problem. But I think it's really more just about like, oh yeah, I got it. Okay. You guys, are you even? Like, you're just like, what is going on with her? The point is that this program is very unique, and the way that it's delivered, and it's so transformational. And then I know that it has the chance to help millions of people. And I want that. I really do. Do I think that I'm walking away from weed for the rest of my life? No, I really, truly don't. And that's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It means that I've built something so cool that the world can have it. Once it's organized and there's things in place, right? Like that's the point. It's not about me necessarily. And I think that's the thing is like my first company, I don't know if you can relate to this stuff, but it's like there are certain things that you're meant to build and produce, and then you're meant to put into the world. Or it's like a relationship. It's like you're meant to have that relationship, love it, be in it, and then you're meant to move forward from it. It's like anything in your life, or a job. And I'm not saying that I'm moving forward from walking away from weed. I'm just saying that my vision for it isn't like me running it all the time. It's like, it's bigger. It's for the collective. And that's the other thing. You have to understand who you are. Like, I am a mass person. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I want to speak in front of thousands of people, right? And so that's probably why I don't naturally gravitate towards one-on-one work. And it's good to just know who you are and not feel bad about it. I used to feel bad about like not wanting to like hold people's hands, but like it's literally just not who I am. And that's okay. And you also have to understand like what are your downfalls, right? For me, it's like I am a builder, I am a producer, I am a speaker, I'm a communicator, but I'm not the person who takes the ball and brings it to the finish line. I just build the court or I set up the team. And that's okay. And this happened to my first company, Break the Weight. I was just like running in circles because I think it was like I became Break the Weight. And that was really unsettling for me. Because when you become something, you have to be that thing. And it's like, no, I am just me. And that's why this podcast is so important to me. Because I don't feel that way here. Like, I know that my podcast is a part of my journey for the foreseeable future. I've never felt that way about anything, ever. It's like a part of who I am. And I also know that if I don't get a producer and take these steps forward like I had before, that it's not going to be able to go far because I'm able to recognize what I'm good at and what I struggle with and what my ADHD gets in the way of, right? Like, I don't want to handle all the logistics of the podcast. And you have probably noticed the last couple of months, like that's really been very apparent that it's been really hard for me. And I don't want to fuck it up, right? And so I could say to you, I'm really great at this. And then, hey, this is not working. And that's okay. And you need to do that with your life. If you're constantly trying to do something and you're running in circles, like get support. Stop looking at free shit and stop Googling stuff and stop just like taking the easy way out. Just get help, get a team, get support, join a program. I don't know, get a personal trainer. Stop doing the thing that you always do because you're going to continue to get the results that you always get. And it's okay to reach plateaus too in your life. Some things are only meant to be in your life for certain periods of time, but if you're doing something and you're constantly running into the same problem, like, it's me, hi, I'm the problem. No, but literally, you're the problem. Which is great because then if you're the problem, there's a solution. You're also the solution. So I very much believe that when we are struggling, or not struggling, just like feeling low energy or we keep falling off track or something doesn't feel right, it's like there are a few things that could be happening. Number one, and these are situational. So it's like I don't want to say that this is exactly what's happening, but here are 3 or 4 things that may be happening if you feel unmotivated or you keep falling off track or you keep running into the same issues in your life or your business. Like number one, you don't have systems in place. You don't have things to fall back on. You're doing it all on your own. You're not meant to do it all on your own. So once the high wears off of the excitement, whether it's the diet or whatever it is, the business, you can't pick up the pieces because the pieces weren't yours to pick up in the first place. So get support, right? It's like you show up for your personal trainer. You show up in a program. Show up for your boss. Get systems in place. Because if you're not wired that way, then it's going to continue to be a problem. And you're going to continue to burn out. And if you get systems in place and you organize all your shit, or you get support, you get a mentor, you get a program, whatever it is for you, then you can really see if it's the disorganization or the lack of accountability, or is it just like you're over this thing? But you can't know that really. I mean, you can know that, but it's harder to know when everything is all over the place, right? Number 2, you might be out of alignment, meaning it might not be right anymore. And that's okay. It may just be part of who you are to do something for X amount of time, or it's like something that you can't sustain. I mean, if you're constantly going on a diet and you're running the same issue, it's like, hello, it's not sustainable the way you're doing it. It doesn't work. Or on the flip side, if you build a business and you do great for 7-6 months, like maybe you're just supposed to be the builder, not the runner. That's okay. When things feel hard, it's because they're misaligned. It's true. If you're constantly Googling shit and you're consuming and you're looking for answers and you're just Googling and consuming free content, like you're obviously misaligned, right? Because like, why would you put your energy into that when you have so much momentum to do something else? That's my first sign that I'm out of alignment, is when I am avoiding things, and I am just consuming, and doing nothing. Number 3 is unhealed trauma or patterns. And this isn't for everybody, but it's good to take a look and be like, okay, what's going on here? And it might be something unhealed, but it also just might be something that you have to accept about yourself and work around, right? Like, that's why I need help, because I am ADHD and I am an entrepreneur and I am very driven. But I know that if I continue to do this on my own, I'm only going to get so far. That's okay. And then there's also a part of me that's like, there are things that I'm working on in terms of like fear and rejection and all this different stuff. And so that there can be both. And number 4, like, learn about yourself. Because if you're constantly trying to figure out who you are and you're Googling and you're taking personality tests, and that's okay, that's all really good, but like, just learn about yourself more and take space. So like, you're out of alignment and things are hard when you feel disconnected to yourself. And so take the time to reconnect, get silent, go out in nature. Understand your human design. You're like, what is human design? It's honestly incredible. Don't worry about having everything in place, but try to get the things that you can together, because you don't want to screw things up and you don't want to keep waiting. So that's where I'm at. And I am taking those steps. I really am. Like, we got the program in January. We got the podcast is, things are changing here. By the way, thank you guys so much, because literally Steps Forward with Ricki got ranked top 1% globally, which I don't even understand. But I love you. Thank you. And I'm going 100% in the podcast. I mean, I've always been in, but like, we're going in, because it's a part of who I am. And that's a different feeling for me. And so when something is important to you and you keep running into the same issue, like, get support. And thank you for being patient and allowing me to just be a little all over the place. Like, I love you, and it means the whole world to me, because it just, I'm working on it. I really am. And I'm in a good place. It's like this, my brain is just like, ugh. You're like, I can see that. So this is probably a little all over the place. But anyways, so yeah, we got things coming up. The January program, if you filled out a form and you wrote on the form all the reasons you wanted to walk away, because I have a form now. And then, it was like, a lot of people fill out this form and it's like, I'm ready to walk away at my life. It's like, things are in shambles. All I want to do is feel better. I'll do anything, all this stuff. But then the last question is like, what are you willing to invest in yourself to make this change? And a lot of people chose nothing. And one of the answers that I have in the form is, anything in my life is priceless. If that was you should think about that. I understand what it's like not to be ready, but that vicious cycle of desperation and then not doing anything about it is exactly what keeps you where you're at. I want to work with people that are empowered to change their life. I respect people that are not there yet. That's okay. But I'm ready to invite those people into my life, because I am an empowered person and I take action. Even through all this shit the last 2 months, like, I'm still doing things, right? I'm not like, fuck it, whatever. So if you want to change your life and you want to get to the other side of this and you want to chase your dreams and you have big goals and you're an ambitious person, or maybe you just want to meet the love of your life, or you want to make more money, you just want to feel better, better skin, better energy, clear mind, better life. Like, I got you. Join the program. That's a good step for you. And if you're somebody that listens to my podcast and you're constantly running into the same issues and you're just waiting for all the free stuff, like, that's okay too. But at some point, you got to take ownership of your life. Like, let's go. We start in January. If you are an old client and you fell off track, like, please reach out to me. I am sending an email, but you can get into the program, or you can get the replays. Like, obviously at a discounted rate because you're a returning customer, but you don't have to do this alone either. yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no, one more thing. Sorry. I am taking on one-on-one clients for consulting. If you are an entrepreneur that is starting a business or you want to start a business, or you're looking for help in your content and your marketing and your messaging, reach out to me. I already have 2 sessions, 2 clients booked, but I'm doing these 90-minute one-on-one deep dives into your brand and your messaging and your marketing because I love it and I love ideas. So if this is you, like, please, let's chat because this is my jam. My jam? I don't even know. All right. I got to go. I love you. And we're back to Mondays. Like, no more of this Sunday, Tuesday, whatever, all over the place bullshit. You can always get back on track. And you really should. I mean, no, yeah, you should. Goodbye.